Okay, welcome back to Unraveled Game Thoughts. We're back to our solo comparison, and I thought I'd just post a playthrough video of Imperial Settlers because it's super fast, the solo version. We have our point scoring board here. There's only 5 rounds. You've got your faction cards, we've got our regular cards, and we've got our virtual opponent who is going against us. So, there's probably a bunch of Imperial Settler video playthroughs online, so this one's not going to be anything special. But I am going to try to do it very fast to show you how it plays, and then when I get around to doing the rating and everything, you'll kind of see why I rated it what I rated it. But to start the game out, we get 2 cards from our faction, and I am not going to show every card, but the faction cards have a slightly different colored background. They look like this on the back, and then the foreground, they look like anything else. They just don't have a raise icon in the top right corner, whereas the regular ones have the raise icon, and you can raise those ones. So to start the game, we have to put 1 attack card down. If you're watching me do this and you have played this game before and you notice me make mistakes, sorry, please call them out. I've played about 3 or 4 games so far, which is what led me to go ahead and say, hey, let's do a video, see how it turns out. I am trying to record and do a edit while I'm doing this, so I hope it actually can do both things at once. I was playing with the shield, which is you can basically prevent one of your territories from being raised by the virtual player, and I kind of think after reading a few forums that I'm not supposed to use that. I was using it to basically protect one area, but I don't think I should, so I'm going to leave it out and not do the shield and just assume that that is not part of my income or what I get, and we will go from there. So I'm playing with the Romans, which means that my special ability is I can store as many of these at the end of each round as I want. I'm probably not going to store many. I'm probably going to end up using them all, but that is my special ability, and I can spend any 2, I think all the factions can do this. I can spend 2 of the workers to get any other item that I want, except I can't get gold and I can't get swords with the worker. So without further ado, I am going to start. So we just kind of did our lookout phase. Actually, for my lookout phase, I get to draw 1 faction card, put it up in my board, and I got 4 other cards. So we've got the settlers. We've got 1, the production wood supplier that I can use to produce wood. We have the new forest. We can spend a worker to get wood, and we have the tavern, which I can discard a card from my hand to gain 2 victory points. Well, I like to go after production things first if possible. However, at the beginning of the game, it is also helpful to get buildings that you can actually spend. So I'm going to take the new forest because it only costs 1 wood to build, and I will give the other guy the what do you call it, the tavern. That'll go to the virtual player. I'm actually going to take that one because I will give him this one only costs the forest to build the settlers, and the wood supplier, if I get another sword, I might use that to raise his so I can get that ability. So we start with pretty slim pickings in the first round. I really want to get production going. That's kind of the primary goal here. So one thing I will do is I will go ahead and spend 1 wood to build the new forest, which allows me to spend a worker to go there and use it. I could activate it twice, but I think I'm only going to activate it once. And I could do that. That's going to produce a worker and a coin if I can build it, but I'm not going to be able to build that. That will produce just a coin. I don't think I really need the wood. So I believe what I will do, and I could also raise my own thing, which might be worthwhile to do. I like the Gold Creek, but I like some of the other things I have. So actually, I'm going to use my sword, and rather than chasing after another sword, I'm going to raise my own deal, which gives me another worker and a coin. And I want to produce something, but I'm gonna need a I'm gonna need an apple to get something going here. I think I'm going to use my 2 workers to gain a food, and then with the food I will pay it to basically make a deal, and I'm gonna make another sword part of my production because it's nice to have swords. So I put that under there, and now I have a stone, and I'm going to use my stone, and I'm going to build a Roman bank, which immediately produces a coin for me, and I will get a coin during production. And I forgot, I also get another sword, because whenever you create a deal, you get the thing right away. And that leaves me, and I had to sacrifice this building that's already built in my empire in order to build that Roman building, because it has that requirement. So now I am in a tight spot. Well, this will get me a victory point at least. So I think I'm going to go ahead and spend my 2 coins and wood, and I'll use the 1 coin as a wood and 1 coin as a stone, and I'll play that out here because that will go there, and then I have 1 red building now, so I'll get 1 victory point for the red building that I have, and I get to draw a card. So do I want to draw from the faction deck, or do I want to draw from this deck? I think I'm going to draw from this deck because I got to build more cards to even get stuff out there, and I'm going to store that for this round. Those are going to go away, and now he's going to attack me. I didn't raise these 2 locations, so they're going there. He's going to look for a card in the raise section. There is no card there, so he gets another attack to try again. He's going to look for a coin. There's no coin. I only have a food and a victory point in the section of that race, so he gets nothing from his attacks this round, which is fantastic. I get to keep my cards, and then we go to round 2. So that's how fast a round is. I mean, there's only 5 rounds. They're going to get a little bit longer because of the production phase, but it's pretty slow starting out. So the first thing I do is a lookout phase, and I'm going to draw 4 from here, and let's see, spend a worker to gain a stone. I can gain 1 victory point for each pink in my empire. Spend a worker to gain a food, or spend a worker and a food to gain 2 victory, or a food to gain 1 star. Well, none of these are super excellent, or really what I'm looking for, sadly. Stone, I'm not getting any stone. What am I producing that's going to be helpful? This I can spend a worker to get a stone, which is kind of nice, but nothing is really helping me produce much this round, which is unfortunate. I wish I had more production. I could use stones though, so I'm going to grab that as a build action, and then he is going to get the one of the red cards, and then I will take this, well, no, yeah, I'm going to take that one, and then I'll let him have that. So I will get 2 swords during production because of my deal I had earlier. I'm going to get 1 coin during production. I will get 2 pink and a wood and a stone, and then we will go from there. So we're kind of in a similar boat to last, where we just didn't have as much that produced, and I need stuff that produces. I wouldn't mind getting rid of that building. That red building's not going to help me a whole lot anymore, and so I think what I want to do is I am going to pay a stone to build the builder, which gives me a Roman building and updates my production, and that's going to give me a wood and a stone right back. So I basically didn't lose anything by doing that. I have a trade colony, which is another good production, and I can use the coin for a stone, another stone, and a wood. Oh, you know what I need? I need to build. So I'm going to pay this wood here to build this pink building, which allows me to spend a wood and build a faction without having to pay its building cost. But I really just wanted it out there so that I could then build this. And so well, let's see here. I might be able to make more out of this than what I think. That gives me a wood. I just built that. That's not bad. I think what I'm going to do is take one of his cards, and I'm going to raise this, which gives me a food and a wood. And that takes away one of his cards, which is not bad. And then I can pay this wood here to build this faction up here, which is going to give me a worker and a coin for production as a trade colony. I still have to pay the other supplies, but it gives me some stuff back, which is quite nice. So I am in not bad shape here. I don't have much as far as cards and raising stuff. I could build some more stuff, but I really need cards. So I'm going to draw a faction card to see what I get. And this one allows me to spend a worker and a stone to gain 2 victory points. I don't particularly need this right now. So actually what I'm going to do is spend the wood and go and make a deal so that now I get 1 more stone during production. I forgot that I had a sword in my storage house there. So let's see what else we can do. I can't raise him because it takes 2. I could raise one of mine, but then I will be spending it unnecessarily. That gets me a coin. I got to spend a food, but I could if I built this, which I don't think I can. That's going to cost a wood and a stone. This allows me to gain coins. It's a tough deal. And I really don't want to give him a ton of stuff that he can destroy, because then he gets to take those cards. So, but I'm going to lose these resources if I don't spend them. So it might be better to pay this coin as a stone and put it down, which allows me to use this worker and gain a stone, which is of very little value. However, I could raise my location there to get a victory point and a coin, and then with a stone and a coin, I can go ahead and build a pig farmer location. And that's the end of my round. So he's going to attack me. He's going to look for a place that has a coin. There are none, so no attack. He's going to get that location for sure. He's looking for a place that gives a card. There are none, so no attack. I really got lucky that round that he did not attack me. So I'm going to get a faction location, and then we're going to draw 4 cards. There's 2 that are free with a building bonus. I'm going to take those because they're super cheap to build, and I like that. And then he didn't get the other free one. I'm going to get it. Boom. Nice. I like the free locations because they are super easy. So now let's get our resources. So we have that. We get 2 swords, this round, a wood, and a stone, and 2 workers. That's sort of our standard stuff. Plus we get another wood and stone, and a coin, and another worker and a coin. So not bad on the production. And I am going to build this free building in order to get the production bonus of a what do you call it, a worker. This takes two stone to build. Each time you build a Roman, you gain a victory point or a coin. That's awfully good. We want to get that in our location. So I'm going to do that and discard this free location that will otherwise give me nothing. And we just built a Roman, so we can get a victory point or we can get a coin. I think the victory point is ultimately going to be the best option, so I'm going to go with the victory point. I need a card. I'm going to draw a Roman location and see what I get, because I'm going to have to build these. So that takes a stone to build, and we're not getting anything out of that location down there. So I'm going to pay a stone and build this location. And that's going to take 1 house there. I have these materials that I left over from last turn. I forgot. I am going to go ahead and build this free location to get another worker. And because I built Roman, I get another victory point, which I will take. And I will draw another card, which is a production card. I'm going to go ahead and use the wood to build this with a coin. It's a builder, which will give me a wood and a deal there. So now I need some cards. I have literally spent all my cards and don't get more. And even if I raise something, I need a worker is what I need. But he doesn't have anything to raise that would give me a worker. That is unfortunate. So I might have just wasted a lot of resources this round, unfortunately. I can spend a worker here. That costs a worker. This allows me to spend a stone and can be activated twice. So I will spend that to get 2 victory points. And I can store these, but I don't need any of the materials that I could get from raiding him, so I'm not going to bother with that. And I'll end up losing these 2 wood, and I'll lose that worker because, oh wait, I could spend that worker. Nope, it's not going to matter. I'm not going to get anything out of it. So we're going to call that done. He's going to get these locations, and he's going to attack me, and I am now not doing as well. We're looking for a place where a stone could attack, and it is not safe, so he is going to raise that and take it. Whoops. And then he's going to look for a berry. There's no berry. He's not going to attack that one. So now we're going on to round 4, and we're going to draw some cards. One of the good things about the free locations is they don't cost any time. So anytime you build golden, anytime you build pink, you gain that and that. Those are expensive. I'm going to take the free location for the sake of moving this along. We're in round 4. He took the other free location. I will put that down. That's a golden. Actually, I kind of like this one better. And then I'll give him that. Okay. So production, we're going to get a sword and a stone from our deals, and then I get another coin. I have another wood and stone here. I have a worker and coin there, and then another wood and stone here. So that's all my stuff I've built production. Get another sword there, and another wood and stone from my regular production. And then I have these here, and then I better put these back into the pile for the reset round. And then we will go on to the next round. Let's see. What do we want to do? This gives me production 2, but I need an apple to do it with. I definitely want to take away buildings that he can do stuff with, so we'll go ahead and very quickly pay a gold for that apple, and I'll get rid of this building. Keeps him from being able to attack that. That'll give me 2 more. I need some cards. And we built a Roman building, so that's going to give me a victory point. Let's draw another Roman building. And I could spend 1 and a stone to gain 2. I don't necessarily need that, so I'm going to spend my gold coin to add a deal. So I get another doodad down there. And then I'll go ahead and spend 2 more workers to draw a card. And that's a production card for the Romans. So that's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and use... I'm actually going to use one of the woods here so that I can build a building without having to pay a building cost. And we'll put that up here. So we've got a lot of buildings up there. That gives me 2 more stone. Fantastic. And then I pay those. And he has a card that can't be raised. And that card can be raised. Well, I'm actually going to raise his card because it gives me a worker and a food. And with the worker, I can draw a card. And I need more cards, and this will let me draw cards, so I will pay a food to make a deal. And I forgot to get my stone from my last deal. So we will get a card and a stone. And we have 2 stone. Each time you build Roman, you can gain that. So we can go ahead and build this, pay those 2, and I should be getting 2 victory points there from building Roman. So now I've built all of that. And what can we do here? We can spend 2 stone and activate that twice to get 2 victory points. And that is all the things that we can do with our stuff. We can build this in the regular area, which will, each time I build a golden, I can gain a coin and a victory point, which I gain that right away. And I can raise his thing here, but it gives me nothing. It just takes it away from him. And then I can build that. Oh, I don't want to build that yet. It'll give me a worker I can't use. So that's that. That is all my coins and stuff from that round. So we will go here, sweep to round 5. Oh, he's going to attack. It doesn't have a worker or a coin there. It has a coin, so he raises that. And then next round, get a card. Last round, in fact. We got to do our card selection here. Building bonus. Spend wood to gain a victory point. I'm going to take the free one because I think those are handy. You're going to get that. That's kind of the one I wanted. Each time you build brown, you gain that. I'll take that one, and then I'll give him that. That'll work. Okay, and I get an extra card. I get 2 and a sword, and then another sword. Yep, right. 1, 2. So it's only 2. All right, so coin. I should have lost this coin last round. So I get a new coin, a worker and a coin, a wood and a stone, 2 workers, 2 stone. And we will get that. Wood and stone from my normal dealings, 2 workers from my normal dealings, and I think that is it. That's it. All right, so let's just go ahead and build those 2 free buildings, which are going to give me a worker apiece. We might as well. I like that building. You may store any number. Ooh, in your faction storage. That's pretty handy, but it's not going to matter because it's the last round. So that is beside the point. And we will spend 2 wood and build this each time you build gray and each time you build Roman. So that's going to give me 1, 2, 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3 victory points for building that. I have to get rid of this building. I am definitely going to use these 2 to draw another Roman faction card. I need a wood and 2 stone to build this. And we're going to build it up there. It is going to produce, we're going to build it as a gray. So we're actually going to put it down here. We have to get rid of a building, and we are going to produce a person and a coin. And we get 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3, because it is a gray building and it is a Roman building. So we've got those things going for us. We've got one more Roman building here, which I don't really care if I build it, but I'm going to go build it because it's only cost 1 stone. It's not gray, but it is Roman, so that's going to give us 2 victory points, which we will take. And now, oh, that's right. I couldn't have done that unless I built this carpenter's hut first, which gives me a victory point for a brown building. And then I would have had to discarded the carpenter's hut. Fantastic. I really need cards. I don't have a lot of ways to get cards except to draw, and I'm going to need one of these before I do anything else. That gives me a wood. I really need another wood. That doesn't give me a wood. So I'll get this. I'll raise this guy's card to get a wood and another worker. And then I'll pay the 2 wood for a lookout, which will give me a card and a card. Two cards. And that is going to give us... Ooh, can we build another building? That's the question. So if I can build, so I would need one of these to get I really need to build the Roman building. And what do I need? I need a stone and I need a wood. And then I can discard both of these and this and build this, which I'm going to build as a gray to get 1, 2, 3 victory points. And then he is going to attack twice, but he can't get anything because there's nothing to get because all my cards are gone. And then that is the end of the game, basically. So all I do is count his cards. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in his collection. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 faction cards. So I win technically against the AI in this game. And then I count my points, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, plus the 24, 36, 46, 50. So I ended up with 50 points, and that is my final score. And there you go. That is Imperial Settlers very quickly. All 5 rounds. If you caught mistakes, post a comment. Let me know what you think. I will go back and find a good edit or kind of do my rubric and figure out how I feel like this fits into the other solo games I've played. I will say it does have very fast setup. It has pretty fast takedown, pretty fast put away. I could easily play through all 4 factions very quickly. I don't know. And it could be that there are much more challenging ways to play. There is a significant luck factor in this game with regard to which cards come out and the order they come out in, and that can influence how well you can actually do, I would imagine. But if you've played this game and you're like, no, I can play this game every time and get 70, 80 points, then I'd love to hear a comment about it and just see, what strategy do you use? Did I completely fail on something here that could have worked out better to my advantage? Also, I was playing quite fast in order to just get through the game to demonstrate it. But yeah, thanks for watching Unraveled Game Thoughts today, and have a great afternoon.